Hi guys, happy Tuesday. Okay, so I want to kick off what I'm calling kitchen confidence this week. I was just kind of reflecting and thinking about, what are obstacles that I faced 5 years ago when I started learning and implementing changes kind of overall for myself. What were my obstacles and what was it that I was really looking for to get some help with? And a big part of that was in the kitchen because, let's face it, whatever, fitness or activity we're doing, I mean, while it's essential, it's well and good, it's necessary, it is a piece of the puzzle. The larger piece of this that I feel like is a big struggle, well, overall, and for so many of us, and we face it daily so often, is nutrition. There is so much information available that it's overwhelming. It was for me, and I knew I didn't have the time to delve into research. I just needed connected with tangible tools that I could work with and start trying and tweaking and applying, right? That action step. I knew for me, if there were too many layers and too many checkpoints that I had to focus on, it wasn't going to be something that I remained consistent with and grew in, adding that into my lifestyle. So I was definitely looking for a simple system. And let's be real. It is a working system. Nutrition overall is. This isn't a science talk, so I'm not going down that road. We know food is fuel. There's, like I said, anything out there we want to learn, we can. The information is available, but it's what is going to be really applicable to you. And really, on the whole, I'm speaking to moms, because one, that's the role I know most and well, and that's the experience I can speak from, okay? In knowing and learning that I had to take care of myself along the way in this motherhood journey and stop acting like I could function on air and no sleep and, no physical activity, not caring for the vessel of me that was needing to nurture and raise and care for my family. It's insane if you think about it, right? But that's exactly what I was doing. That was the me of 5 years ago. And I thought about this and I'm like, what qualifies me to even talk about this? Who is going to listen to me? Well, here's the me that I am. I'm a teacher. I'm an elementary teacher. I've worked full time throughout this entire journey. This year I do have a part-time position. So, maybe I have a few more hours under the roof, but it looks a little different for me still with 4 kids. Like I said, I'm a mom of 4. They are teenage years to our toddler, Brinny. I am a recovering breakfast skipper. Wouldn't eat it. Didn't think I needed it, so I just wouldn't eat breakfast. Nothing sounded good to me. I'm a recovering sugar freak. And I'm serious about that. It didn't have to be baked goods for me to dive into it. Literally, there were times when I would just go into the kitchen with a spoon and the powdered sugar bag. Yeah. Or a spoon and a can of frosting. Or the hot chocolate mix, the powdered hot chocolate mix, and that stuff can kill you. And I don't mean the sugar content. I was thinking about this. I was like, when it's powdery and it's in your mouth and you swallow, or a little bit slips down and gets in your throat and you start choking on it, because I've been there. These are real, true events that have happened in my life, guys. The stress is still my number one trigger. It sends my emotions in an uproar and I just freak. I can't take it. And so sugar would be my mix for that. Not my mix, my fix. It would be where I found myself when and this, like I said, for me, started 5 years ago. So my kids were 5 years younger. Brittany hadn't joined us yet. But, Jonathan and Addison, and they start fussing and fighting with each other, or, I ask them to do something and they're not kind of, they're just being kids, right? But those things would stress me out. Or let alone life instances that happen, and those hurdles to overcome. So while we are continually, interacting with stress on different layers and levels, and that's my trigger, good Lord. And I keep running to the sugar, and I think we all pretty much know about sugar, right? It's kind of the devil's work inside. The more you eat it, the more you crave it. Your body starts to, want it, and then withdrawals and all this nasty stuff, blood sugar spikes, and you just feel like crap, okay, right? So that was not a fun cycle, right? I thought, okay, I'm this young in my motherhood role with my kiddos, growing family. I've got to get a handle on this, right? So I needed something that gave me a simple plan. Like I said, simplicity, and I will work to maintain that. If it's complicated, I will layer every excuse against myself and just let it sit, right? So I needed to start growing some awareness with myself. That's why I know now I can say it was stress that I wasn't handling well that was affecting my food choices, recognizing the need for breakfast and finding something simple and quick that I could take with me to start the day right. And so that's where, this kind of little nutshell and series of videos this week is going to focus in the kitchen, like getting confident and understanding yourself, your triggers, your, cravings and hurdles that you need to navigate, and then working to apply simple knowledge, a quick outline, if you will, of then what you can just simply fill in the gaps better for you nutritionally. Like you're confident going in there knowing this is what I need, here's quickly what I can do, and boom, I'm done, right? It's not overwhelming. There's not 1,000 steps along the way. And for me, most importantly, it's natural, okay? I'm not your girl if we're going to talk fasting or quick fixes or targeted weight loss, any of that manner. That's just not, it doesn't, while that works for others and maybe best suited for them, that didn't feel good for me taking on. And I feel very good about the way I've grown my relationship more with food, being in the kitchen and like making food, eating real natural meals with my family, right? To me, that is what spoke to my heart as a mom, spoke to my heart like on a brain level, like recognizing that this was a relationship I needed to fix, right? With food and nutrition and how I view it instead of chasing whatever's next, okay? I was done even considering that. I won't say really that I was ever a yo-yo dieter. I take that back. I think I did like the hydroxycut pills back when I was student teaching in early 20s and such, the ones that make your heart race and feel like shit. But that was the point I did. And I was like, this is weird. One, it was money continually because you had to keep buying the pills, right? Because I needed that to make the changes. Still, I wasn't doing any relationship work. I wasn't even thinking about it, right? I was letting all the white noise of society kind of shadow my thoughts, my thinking, really. So anyway, but, overall, for 5 years consistently now, this is where I've kind of worked and grown and applied these simple principles that have absolutely gone in my favor. I mean, picture proof. Sadly, I think, here's one. I keep them close because I need to sometimes be reminded where we've come from, right? That was me, Mom, in the beginning. That is Jonathan. Holy cow. He's 13 now. Right? But that's where I was coming from. So there was a relationship that needed to heal there, but I had to have a starting point, right? So I got one. Okay? I got a very simple plan that focuses on portion sizes and learning my number of servings. Like not like the food and drug, whatever, the My Plate thing. I don't know. I don't match that. Okay. But I know for me, for my size then, right, is different eating levels than my size now. But I still need meats, proteins, vegetables and fruit, which I was so lacking on. I just thought, no, I like protein. I like carbs. Let's have that for lunch. Let's have that for dinner. Let's have that, and that wasn't working in my favor. Okay, so had to learn a little bit more about that. I had to learn, okay, fine, if I have to eat fruits, how many does that really mean for me? Okay, if I need my vegetables, I know that, fine. How many servings does that work for me? And this is applicable for anyone. My husband follows it ish, okay? But at least he's getting more vegetables and more fruit, all right, than he would be otherwise, if we were just winging it and say, this sounds good, here's what I want. If I always went off what I wanted, guys, let's just say that would be less than ideal sometimes, okay? So it was about recognizing, I need to get a plan, a simple system to help me through this. And that's what I did. Like I said, focusing on portion sizes. I don't even care what food we're talking about right now at the moment when I'm talking portion sizes, because y'all, serving sizes are absolutely ridiculous in our world. We have to recognize that what we're served in restaurants or through drive-thrus is not come on. It's like 2 meals for one, right? But if we buy it and we consume it because we want to not save money, but not waste our money, then we're overeating in general. So even if we took just whatever your natural tendency at the drive-thru is and cut it in half, obviously you're consuming less calories. You're still going to be full. We don't need all of that. When we can supersize for $1 and be like, yes, sign me up. If we do that all the time, it's going to have negative effects on us, okay? We have to be real with ourselves and recognize portions. But I didn't know. 5 years down the road now, yes, I am very confident in my portion sizes, and it's much more natural to me now. But back in the learning stages, I was like, I don't even know what a portion looks like. Like, I don't. So I needed a system. That's what I've aligned with, right? It tells me I'm able to calculate out easily for my size and my activity level. Then boom, it lets me know how many proteins I need each day. Like I said, how many fruits, how many vegetables, how many carbs, how many servings of healthy fats, dressings, nuts, seeds. All of it's broken down because nothing's off limits. Absolutely nothing's off limits. It just, now I know how many servings of each food group I need. I just pick my favorite foods and go with it, okay? And then portions, right? I don't have to guess. I know exactly what a serving of protein equals out to. I don't weigh my food. I don't count calories. I don't. I follow the servings I need each day, and I work to keep within good portion sizes from that. And I just keep doing it. I mean, that's the thing. It needs to be able to be something simple and consistent that then you can grow with, right? I mean, we're all going to shift in our preferences of foods and flavors and maybe how we prepare things in the kitchen. But what's going to stay the same, your number of servings, your portion sizes on repeat. Okay, for me, that could be consistent. I can do it anywhere when we're gone on the road. We're moving into our big travel season coming up here very shortly. So that means every weekend. I filled out the calendar. Every weekend from March through July, and then probably into August and September with fall ball, we're going to be gone. But I can follow this anywhere. Okay? It's that simple. And it's the over time that matters the most. What did I write down? Simple equals sustainable equals long-term success. And that's what I've been able to grow through this. That's what I've been a witness to personally on my own journey. When I first began following this nutrition plan, structure, mindset, if you will, it's a plan because I need to know the servings, I need to know the portion sizes, and on I go with everything else. But when I first began, it was in January because it was, I don't say resolution, but it was a focus of mine to be healthier and to move my body more. So it was from January to December. It was that full year. I was able to consistently work and apply this and grow, in my confidence with it and lose 40 pounds. That was exciting as heck. Okay. 3 years following that, I was able to maintain that. I just kept doing the same things. Know my servings, following my portion sizes as best I can, good faith effort in the process, and applying it daily as consistently as I could. I maintained that weight loss. And then we were pregnant with our fourth little one. Surprise, surprise. Took us by surprise. She is our bonus blessing. But guys, I didn't shift anything because this isn't crazy and wacky and weird, because nothing's restrictive, because it's just simple, good, healthy foods and awareness. I continued it throughout my entire pregnancy, following the same nutritional format, eating up a little more, listening to my body as I was growing another human, obviously. And I wasn't worried about weight loss, but I was worried, I wasn't worried, but I was focused more on a healthy weight gain. Okay. I'm a pretty strong pregnant gal. Okay. I put on between 30 and 40 pounds with all my babies. And, that's fine. But I wanted to make sure that I was just eating in a more healthy way. I knew the weight was going to come on, and that's okay. But it was about, where are my calories coming from? What nutrient input am I, putting in my body for us? And then, so after I had Bryn back in action, once the doctor released me, following the same nutritional format, the baby weight came off. And thank God it came off in a way that kept my sanity, right? It wasn't a stress and a worry, because as moms, we're busy enough elsewhere, right? That being able to take care of ourselves through all of that in a simple manner has been the saving grace to, work through life in a better way, from a better place. And that's all I want for any mom listening in on this. And not feeling alone in the struggle and the journey. I share what has helped me, because I want that connection to be there for someone else. I want that simplicity to be right at your fingertips too. If that's something that you're struggling with, the nutrition is like the scary beast that never goes away for so many of us, because guys, we have to eat every day. Multiple times every day. So if you're carrying, concern and overwhelm with you into each food choice and stress and struggle that you're facing in the kitchen, my gosh, I want to be able to release that pressure from you and say it doesn't have to be that way, right? It doesn't have to be that way. But if we don't know, we can't grow. We can't grow in our confidence in the kitchen if we don't know opportunities that may speak to us, that you may be looking for that simple connection too, like I was 5 years ago. And I'm so glad that I didn't let the fear of something new keep me away from giving it a try. Okay. It didn't start out perfect, but what I did is I opened up the opportunity. I gave it a shot, and I began working and learning and growing with it. Okay. So hopefully, over this week in this video series, you hear something that might start to click with you. All right. And if you do, I encourage you to reach out to me. If you need more information or if you have questions about something that maybe you caught but you weren't sure if you heard me correctly, let me know. Send me a message, connect here, send me an email. However, right? Reach out. I am here for you. I am an open book. I just don't know what chapter you need me to repeat for you, right? Okay, so tomorrow we'll focus on another topic about this, another layer of confidence and awareness that I've built in the kitchen. So hopefully this has been helpful to you, and I will talk with you all later. Bye.